Hello, and welcome to the Sunday meditation at the Sanctuary of Light and the Light Institute of Galisteo, Mexico. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, we divide our meditation into 3 parts. In the first part, we connect with our own soul's energy, our higher self. We ask it to take a form for us so that whatever form it takes, it's going to take a form that will energize us, that will nourish us. And then we have it touch our body and we draw it in so that when we sit in meditation, we're sitting in that true self. And then I'll make a little Om sound so that you can push the pause button on your machine and meditate for as long as you like. In the second part of the meditation, we imagine that we're drawing beautiful beams of white light down through the top of our head, down into our stomach, our solar plexus, which is the center of our emotional body. And we laser that white light out across the planet and back up into the cosmos. And as we breathe in, we pull it down and we extend it out. This is a profound way of deepening our meditation and bringing our presence into the world. It helps us to feel a sense of purpose and belonging. Again, the Om. And in the third part, each week there's a different focal point so that our meditation then becomes an energy that we extend out into the world. This week, our third part meditation is the sky. Because you might be living under a very polluted sky. You might be living under a sky that is pouring rain, that is causing death and destruction, or a sky that has no rain and is causing death and destruction. And so what we want to do is to reach our consciousness into the sky, wherever you are, and align with what would be a balance, what would be a harmony, so that, again, if it needs rain, the rain needs to rain, the rain loves to rain. Or if we need to dissolve the rain and send it someplace else, with our consciousness we can move that energy. We have the capacity, the birthright, to do these things, to harmonize with nature and to participate in a flow that is helpful to nature and to ourselves. So let's bring about that balance with our beautiful sky. I always love to consider that wherever you are, as you're joining this meditation, whether it's nighttime or morning or afternoon, we are living under the same sky, because we are a soul family. And I am so glad to participate in my life with you. Close your eyes and we'll begin with breath. We will breathe in through our nose, breathe in, and kind of hold at the top. And now through your mouth, exhale very slowly. This allows our brain to slow down and our consciousness to expand. Once again, breathe in through your nose and exhale slowly. Ask your higher self, the intuitive essence of your soul, your own inner voice, to take form for you. It could be a light, a being, a tree, an animal, an equation. Whatever form comes, you might see it or feel it or hear it. Let your higher self show you a form. Now ask your higher self to touch your body where you are holding your divine essence at this moment, because there is always that within us, no matter what. So breathe in and feel your higher self touching any part of your body, and then focus on that point where your higher self has touched your body. And begin to breathe deeply into that point, creating a vortex, creating a spin point through which the form of your higher self at this moment enters your body. Just imagine it entering you and sit in meditation. Om. Take a deep breath into your body and allow your consciousness to reach up into the cosmos and magnetize to you a beautiful beam of pure white light down through the top of your head, down into your solar plexus, your stomach area, and laser that beam out through your auric field, out across the planet, back up into the sky, into the cosmos. And as you breathe in, just continue to draw it down, to extend it out, and allow your meditation to take you deeper and deeper into your true self. Om. Breathe deeply into your body and bring into your mind's eye the sky that is above you. And just allow your higher self to help you to see what it is that will balance this energy between you and the earth and the sky to bring harmony and safety. And see what happens. Does that sky need to rain to help the earth? Does that sky need to bring the sun to dry the earth? Does that sky need to dissolve into the unmanifest all the pollutants that are gathered in the particles of sky? See what comes to you. And then ask the sky above you, and perhaps you can hold beyond you across this beautiful planet what frequency of light, what color it needs from you to come into perfect balance and harmony with earth, with all of life. See what color comes into your consciousness. And whatever color that is, again, reach up into the cosmos and draw exactly that tone and that color down through the top of your head. Laser it out through your solar plexus. Laser it right into the sky above you. And feel the sky receiving that frequency. After all, the color of our sky has all to do with the way the light is fractioned and bends. So feed the sky above you the color it needs to be clean and clear and perfect. And do it now. Om. Take a deep breath into your body and open your eyes. Thank you for joining us in this meditation. We have a second part, and this part is called Knowings, in which people from around the world every week send us questions of their hearts, conversations that they would like to explore in order to feel more peace or to feel safe or uplifted, evolved. And so Allison will tell us the questions that have come for us this week. Allison?
The first question is from Hamburg, Germany.
Hamburg.
Dearest Chris, the following is a question which has been troubling me for some time yet has now become even more acute. What shall we do after leaving the physical? I have heard the following from a very trusted teacher. After the soul leaves the body, a guide will appear and offer the soul to guide it onwards. The guide will encourage the soul to go towards the light. There will be a tunnel of light or light spheres which feel very attractive to the soul, and it will feel drawn towards it. He says, however, the light is not real but some kind of electromagnetic delusion which will erase the soul's memory and throw it back into the reincarnation cycle. The advice he is giving is, do not go into the light, but rather to the darkness. No matter how often the light spheres appear, resist the temptation, and some souls will get tired and give in at some point. And he says this is to trick humans to incarnate again and again on earth without memory of their past lives. And the way to free ourselves from this cycle is to not fall for the light. Only by going to the dark will we free ourselves and be able to choose where we want to go next. Is this true? Dear Chris, I would have never chosen to go to the dark. I always trusted the light until now. How can we discern between false light and real divine light? How can we discern between false guides in disguise and true divine guides? Is it true that the reincarnation cycle was invented and is orchestrated by dark entities who want us to incarnate again and again on earth because they feed off our energy? Who can we trust after leaving the body? Please help us all understand and not fall into any devious traps of dark entities. Thank you for all your help and guidance. Much love from Hamburg.
There are many aspects to that. And the first and the most important is, who can you trust? Only your own higher self. It's astounding to think that someone would suggest going into the darkness, that you would find an answer in the darkness. No, if there's no light, then there can be no consciousness. And so I would indeed prefer to ask my higher self about that. And secondly, there seems to be a thought form there or a teaching that it is a very strange one. And it holds within it that there's something wrong with incarnating. Cosmic law will always necessitate incarnation, because if the unmanifest did not come into form, did not bring something into a body, a form, the whole cosmos would fall apart. It would have no guidance, no purpose, no energy. And so we have these thought forms that have been passed down, this psychogenetic negative inheritance that says being in body is a punishment, that it's a bad thing. No, it's only through our embodiment that we evolve our soul. The soul chooses to incarnate. There's nobody causing your soul or controlling your soul. Maybe your spirit or your mind or whatever. You may feel that, but never the soul. The soul cannot be touched and the soul cannot be tarnished. The soul chooses to separate out from the one soul, from the cosmic divine, in order to evolve. And so coming into body is a gift, and it is a choice, and that choice is sacred. And so we will always need to use our own wisdom and our own truth to choose what is right for us. So we may not always incarnate in human form. We may go to other planets or other universes. Yes, but incarnate we always will. And there have been these concepts that if you're really good and you're really enlightened, you won't have to come into body again. This is not true. We will always embody the divine. And each time we have that opportunity to truly embody an energy, a cosmic source, a divine source that has no fear, that is not about darkness or light, but is about the evolution of the soul. Not the good, not the bad, but the process, the evolution itself, and the gift of choosing that and having the strength and the delight to be in body. And we who have chosen to come as one soul group into this planet at this time, come because we have wisdom, because we have many incarnations of the soul where we have had enlightenment. And enlightenment is not something that is the ceiling and it stops. That's why I wrote a book called The Evolution of God, because everything will continue to stream in that evolutionary pattern of change throughout all the galaxies, all the universes, all the cosmos. And so, again, coming into body, we come into body and we actually bring with us, and this is what's happening right now. We see a lot of darkness, we see a lot of not the beauty of the soul going on our planet. That's why we're here. For us to bring the darkness into the light, not the other way around. One of the laws of the cosmos is that darkness is attracted to the light. It wants to transmute into the light. So yes, it wants to come to the light, but not to harm the light, not to take away its memory. We, up until this time, very few people actually remember other incarnations. They have senses of it or things that remind them of something that's familiar, but they don't remember it. That's not because something or someone erased their consciousness. It's because they hadn't opened their consciousness enough to be able to see a hologram, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, birth and death and evolution. And so, again, the darkness will seek the light to be transmuted, to find the way through darkness, which has no pathway, it has no choice, it has nothing. It is a holding pattern. And the other opportunity for darkness is to shrink away and hide. We don't have to be afraid of darkness. My higher self has always said to me, never mind anything. Hold the flicker into the flame. Hold the light and focus there and allow the light to teach you. There are guides coming to distract you and take you from the light. No. These are old ideas that, again, we have to have guides. No, guides are useful, but they always guide us through the filter of their own incarnational experiences. And having worked with many wonderful psychics and people who are channels, so often we have seen that the guides that were helping them were actually themselves in other lifetimes. And so, and also many times teenagers will take themselves out of body, and when I've conversed with their spirits, they've said, we can do more on this side than we can in the third dimension, because in the third dimension people are waiting for us to somehow prove that we are worthy of attention or wisdom. No, every being that is born into this planet comes as a truly evolved soul that continues that evolution, and not because they're being punished by embodiment, but because they choose it. So I would hope that you will let go of any kind of conversation. We don't need more fear-mongering on this planet right now. We don't need more, watch out, be careful, something's going to get you. No, we need to listen to our own higher selves. We need to know that we are safe because we have chosen this. And that the more that we illuminate our own awareness of evolution and who we are as part of the divine source, the less fear and the less suffering that we will have. We didn't come here to suffer. We came here to give a gift. And that gift is a gift that holds consciousness and light. Listen to your own inner voice. And don't feel that anyone has more wisdom that will guide you. Your own higher self, the intuitive essence of your soul, your own inner voice, is your guide, your best guide. Great love to you. Don't be confused. Don't be afraid. Just go on. Allison, the second question
is from Puerto Barrios in Guatemala. Dear Chris Griscom, is there a difference between honesty and truth? And is honesty that important when it hurts someone else?
Now there is something that people have been wrestling with for a very, very long time, and I would never say this or that in terms of the answer to this question, but I would add a few little seeds in them. Yes, I think that sometimes being terribly honest about something or ourselves that causes pain to someone else, you must begin to ask yourself why you would do it. Would you do it because you think you have to expose everything and that they will just grow for it? Usually when we feel that we have to be honest and we have to tell the truth, it's because we've been impregnated with a lot of Judeo-Christic ethic conversations about that, about what truth is. And so we feel that we must do it. But it's important to realize that the choice we make to tell the truth or be honest is usually about how we feel about ourselves. Would you feel guilty if you didn't tell the truth? I have been exposed to a number of cultures around this world in which truth is not valued. A good story is valued, but that the specific, can you prove it kind of truth, irrelevant to that culture. So I would say that you need to listen to yourself about that. If you have done something and if you told someone you did it and it would hurt them, not whether they would like you less, that's a different thing. If you didn't tell them because they would like you less, then you have a little problem there with yourself. But if you're telling them because you want to show something about yourself, that also doesn't function well. So much of what we do and believe in this world has nothing to do with ultimate truth. My higher self says there is no ultimate truth. There is only the truth of what you experience. But as you experience in life, what you perceive as truth begins to change. So honesty, being honest with yourself, why would I do this? Or why would I not do it? Is the conversation. Why did I do it in the first place? All of those three are the questions to ask yourself. So it's not really about the other person. I feel that people have so much difficulty trusting in this world that they don't need us to show them that they cannot trust us. If you have done something that is not truthful or not honest, fix it. And you can fix it by being more loving, by being more caring, by showing yourself and the others the goodness in you. At every moment, we can reinvent who we are on a higher level and a more wonderful and expansive level. Truth is not a simple thing. Honesty is simply a conversation with the self. Great love. Allison, is there another?
Yes, the last question is from San Jose, California.
California?
In the U.S.A. My dear friend Chris, a few days ago you shared a video with me of your 1-year-old granddaughter in her high chair, smiling, swaying, and dancing to happy music while waiting for her breakfast. And I thought to myself, to quote Louis Armstrong, what a wonderful world. The purity and transmission of that open-hearted happiness touched me in a way that has changed me forever. I have started seeing the beauty of our world through the eyes of my opened heart. And I thank you, my friend, for giving me that gift. You and I have been friends for most of our lives, and I know you knew I needed that gift at just that moment. Since then, I have wished all humanity could have the same awakening. Then I thought of your knowings. Will you share this message at your meditation, along with your gentle, ever-present wisdom on the importance of open, uninhibited hearts changing the world?
Oh, how lovely. And hello to you. Yes, I did share that with you. There's several things about that. First of all, why are children so open-hearted? Because they have not learned yet that they can be hurt. They don't have that ego that says, if you do something, then it's against me, or I won't get mine. They don't have those kinds of imprints in their brain or their emotions or in their hearts. And that's why they can dance and feel what a wonderful world and how wonderful it is to be embodied, to be present. And so we have a lot to learn, to remember that there is a child, a baby in us. It's an inner child. My higher self says it's the wisest person you'll ever know, because it's you as a child, but you connected to the cosmos. And so when we want to find where can we have that open and loving and wonderful heart, we want to, first of all, remove ourselves from that constant chattering about that emotional mind saying something could hurt you, or someone isn't being nice to me, or I didn't get mine. All of those things are not what's important in life. What's important is how we can feel what a wonderful world it is and express it, because that flicker, that moment that you feel that it's a wonderful world, that energy will go into the ethers, and if you're with people, they will feel it too, and then it begins to ripple out from you. And so this is very important to choose that. But let's do a little exercise about that, because again, it's all about the choosing and where we focus our attention. So you might want to just give a little energy to your heart right now that says, heart, never be afraid. Never feel that something's going to hurt you, but feel the power of your love and the energy that you have to extend out to another person, to the world, to life itself in every way. You can choose that, and you will find that the more that you begin to do that, the less of the other occurs, and it's easy for you to dance and to sing and to feel it's a wonderful world and to feel safe. And so this is why meditation or working with our bodies is so important, because when we do these things, as we're doing right now, it allows us to begin to feel peaceful. And when you feel peaceful, you are not afraid. You feel safe. And when you feel safe, you'll allow yourself to dance and sing and to feel that you are a part of a wonderful world and that we humans are good. Close your eyes. You can place your hand right over your heart and just extend your energy in a little bit to see your heart. Is it squeezing a little bit? Is it small? Does it seem to be a little frayed? If any of these things or anything else that you note is there, it's just your heart saying, please help me. Bring me back to where I came from. An open, happy, loving heart. And now ask your heart what gift it needs from you to remember itself as a loving heart, and to be open and to be infinite in its giving and its connections. It could be a symbol or an object or a color that your heart asks for from you at this moment. See what you get. Symbol, object, color. Take the first thing that pops into your consciousness, and as you take a deep breath, just imagine that you're sucking that right into your heart. You have your heart chakra, which is just a center of energy. You have your physical heart that beats. You have an emotional heart that is a pericardial membrane that wraps around your physical heart and cushions it and brings fluid to it to support it. So many aspects of heart energy. So draw that gift, whatever it was, into your heart. Suck it right in through your own hands. And feel your heart taking in that gift. Perhaps it swells, perhaps it feels like it opens, maybe it even giggles. But feel the shift in your heart when it's receiving the gift from you that gives it permission to love, to dance, to be happy, to choose to perceive. What a wonderful world. Feel your heart filling with that now. And then command that there's an opening of your heart, and that all of that energy begins to rush through the trillions of cells of your body, nourishing your body, awakening it, expanding your consciousness. And then breathe deeply and imagine that you're extending this wonderful open heart energy out through your auric field, out into the world. You might send it to a particular person or a group of people or out into the whole world. But do it now. Breathe in and laser it out from you. You are the source of an open and loving heart. It has always been with you. It will always be with you. And you can use it. When you heal the hearts of the world, you heal the heart of yourself. Breathe deeply and open your eyes. My true and loving heart goes out to each and all of you.